Me out from inside. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am taffy stuck, tongue tied. Stutter shook and uptight. Me out
Hello?
from inside.
Hey, Raj, what's up?
Hello, Alex.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, what's going on?
Nothing much.
Chilling, you know, living the dream, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. How was your day? Okay, so
Yeah,
check.
that's good.
So give me your thoughts. Just lay it out. What's up? You don't like him or what? We have to say now.
First thing, to be actually very honest, very honest, I wake up today morning, I hear the whole recording, and it feels like I'm in a literal corporate company. Like I've passed out my bachelor's and now I'm working for a company. Before it used to be actually fun. We all
No,
come
I know, Rush,
together.
but there has to come a point like where you have to look at like a business perspective. Like I can't just, you know what I mean? To it at the same time, like the point is to make money at the end of the day. That's not the most important thing. But how can the business
Yes.
continue? How can the business continue without making money?
Yes, agreed. But just telling, like, I don't know.
Well,
Like, am I the only one? I don't know if I'm the only one.
but I mean, if you feel that way, that's understandable. And like, but I mean, if you do,
No, I'm just telling. Just telling my honest opinion.
like you weren't like ready to work kind of thing. Like I get it. Like, but this whole time, that's what it was going to be. It was going to be us working, though, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's there. But
yeah.
it didn't feel that way when you joined the meetings and stuff.
I know, but there has to come a point like we had no direction though. You know what I mean? Like everything was changing constantly. We didn't have any direction. Like a project manager is not supposed to be like your friend. It's supposed to be a manager. Like you know what I mean? And he manages the team, not the client. He has nothing to do with the clients.
No, he manages the projects from the clients. So he talks to the clients. He maintains a list of all the requirements, and he manages each project in such a way that we finish it in time.
Okay, well, he manages the team though. He's who tells what to do. Like you know what I mean? He's like what says. Okay, you go do this. You go do that. You know what I mean? That's what he wants.
What? Like no, like project manager has no connection with the technical team.
Okay, then
he
who
gives
has
it to
who has
CTO,
connection with them? Then who has connection with the technical team?
a CTO is like a middleman between the project manager and the real team.
So
He
who
gets the
then who do you so you saying that you should
like no. I don't know if he's a what to tell, a CTO or something. If he has worked as a CTO, fine, I don't mind. No, I'm just telling you that, like, I'm just giving a
Hey
laying out
Mattie,
the
what's up?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, hello. Hello, Roshan.
Hello, Mattie.
Sorry, I'm just finishing the translation of the contract while we're speaking. Right?
No, it's okay. We usually wait for about 10 minutes, you know, to get everyone get here.
Yeah. Absolutely. How was your day been good? How was your day been doing?
Who's?
I mean, either yours or Roshan's day.
Good. I slept all day.
Yeah, it was just good. Not bad. Good, kind of.
All right.
Kind of what happened, Rush?
Like, you know, right? Usual classes and stuff, college classes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How are the teachers there when with like long distance, like with I don't know the name in English, with like telematic communication? Like, how are they? Are they good at teaching from the computer, or are they terrible like ours?
Rush.
Yes.
You like your teachers or no?
It's good.
Do they do good from the computer? Do you feel like you get a better experience at school or?
Yeah, school's always better, like
in person.
no one. Yeah. Schools are
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mattie, did you and Rosh really get to talk much? I don't think you guys really got to talk much, huh?
No, we did not get to talk too much. I think we got to talk when we were designing. When we were looking at the design the other day, right?
Yes, at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we did not get to talk too much. So I do not know if you are updated, Rosh, but I'll be working for sure with you as a project manager.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I'll be.
like, Maddie, one thing, like, what do you mean by a project manager? I didn't know. I had to Google and research a lot. Like, what is a project manager?
I honestly don't like assigning labels to specific
Okay.
roles, but
Okay.
the idea behind it, and I'm writing it down right now in the contract, is very simplified. First thing is going to be getting a direction for the business, so restructuring the way the business is right now posed, and getting like not only understanding in which direction the business should be moving, but making that move possible. So that will mean scheduling the work, that will mean scheduling the projects which we have to follow, organizing where the money is going to go, so budget organization, organizing in which way the business, of course, everything will be shared with the team and approved by the team, but organizing in which way the brand and the business should be moving forwards. So to give a quick example, let's say that we have just done a mobile app, mobile app development, and I see, like I get the statistics and everything, and I see that the team took way too long, it was not profitable, or you did not enjoy it.
Okay.
At that point, I will decide that it's not profitable for a company to keep moving in that direction and restructure the way we're handling the future projects to make sure that they're going to work for the company.
Like, isn't that what the CEO does?
Probably, but since it's a startup, I do not think that you can call someone a CEO unless, legally, I think that you can call someone a CEO.
The CTO. I think you said CTO.
No,
Oh,
CEO.
No,
CEO. I meant CEO, not CTO.
But
CTO is continue.
The one mostly like
I
most
would
different
technically
thing.
be the I would technically be the CEO, Rosh, and I'm not. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm good. Like I don't.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to know, like, is like that's what the CEO does, right? Like, checks out the business, if the business is going in a straight way or is it going a loss, profit, like kind of those, like managing
People
the
still
whole
work for the
company.
CEO. The people still work like as project.
Yeah, people work. Yes. Okay.
So basically, the other part is that I actively know all the things which we're doing right now. So I actively am engaged in a theory. Like I know how to do basically, not everything. I would have to learn, but I know how to do basically all the things which all the tools and all the things which we will be using from development. So ranging from development to marketing. The only fields in which I do not feel like I have a good enough competence, like I would not have enough competence to do the things on my own, are probably C# development.
Okay.
And C++ development. So if at one point we will need to switch in that direction, and also React Native. So if we will have to switch in that direction, my work will be.
Okay, okay, I don't think So we were thinking of mobile development before, but we were not into it. Like that was not our specialty. We were specializing on websites. You know that, right? Previously, before you were there.
Yeah, and that is why as soon as we get everyone on here, the thing I'm looking for is to so the first. So of course I will also be setting the timeline. But the first projects on which we will be looking for and also like marketing for are not going to be pure app development.
Okay.
Because that is a field which has a lot of competition. And again, it's better to get a portfolio on a field in which we're kind of already experienced. By the means that you already know what you're doing. I know well what I'm doing.
Yes. Okay.
So that would be website porting to smartphones. So extreme experience and extreme focus on the mobile experience. Then we can take a specific part and a specific route from there and follow that route in case it works. But I mean, we're not really relegating ourselves to something. The work which is going on is that we are telling ourselves, all right, and not telling ourselves, just we're telling our clients, all right, we are specialized in this field. But since you right now have a web application which is doing real well, our team thought that, and maybe we can start asking some metrics. How many people use your web app from the phone? Do you think that can be increased? What is a realistic percentage of increase on profits, which you would be expecting if your web app was also integrating as an actual application? Multiple web apps are doing that, so it depends on the field. You can bring up a lot of data and show it to them.
Yeah.
And then in case, so we're going to start from the app experience, and then in case we get the possibilities to do so, we're going to upsell them, we can develop an application from zero to you.
Okay.
And now I'm going to wait for the whole team to just line it out again, because I want to ask one or two more things. But basically the difference, I would say right now, between... Hey Taran, welcome.
Hey Matt, hi Alex, hi Da, Roche.
Hello.
Hey.
I will, let me see. No, my phone is dying. I can actually... All right. So the main difference, Rosh, between a project manager and a CEO in this specific field, if we want to use etiquettes and labels, is that a CEO takes distance from the projects.
Okay.
And is more focused on pure and sole business management.
Yes. Okay.
As a project manager, I'm more in touch with what goes on in each field of the business. So if we're doing marketing, I'll also be doing marketing. If we're doing development, we'll have meetings and we'll have times at which we develop together. All right.
Okay. So one more thing, like you told React Native, right? We are not using React Native. We are using Flutter. So.
Oh, all right. That works. Okay. That works definitely. I mean, I'm not too experienced with React. I'm very experienced with JavaScript, but with React not so much, and so I can just switch. It's really not gonna hurt me in any way.
Okay.
So what were you guys talking about?
No, we were just discussing what the role of since you have to use labels when you hire someone. What the role of a project manager is. In the meaning that I will be considered a project manager. And in a short summary, the idea is that using differences, because it's probably easier to understand, if a CEO is someone who manages every single aspect of the company but doesn't enter into detail in the execution of those aspects and is mostly focused on the longevity of the company, my work, even if that is going to be the case as well, will be more focused on the getting things done of the company. So that is basically, if you want to see it, if you know about it in very big businesses, the difference is about the same from a CEO and a COO, so a Chief Executive Officer and a Chief Operational Officer.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys know if Ash is going to come?
Better.
Yeah, I think I'll give him a call.
All right.
He was really excited too. That's weird. He was really excited for the meeting too. So.
And Mattie, another doubt. Like, even I was trying to research about this. Like, what does a CTO do? Chief Technical Officer. Like, what does he do? Have any idea?
If I don't go wrong, the CTO. If I don't go wrong, the CTO is applied in companies which are not completely internet based.
Okay.
So let's say you have let's see, what could it be? Let's see, you have an actual business. So you have an actual store, all right? So you sell, let's say, you sell paintings in a specific point of the street.
Okay.
Right? Your CTO is going to be business budget and organization setter for everything which is not related to everything which is related to IT.
Okay.
So technology, computers, internet, and then marketing, non-marketing, and these sort of things. But as I said, I really hate labels because I think that it mostly depends on the company which role one person is going to get. Because I mean, if you're going to be the CEO of Amazon, you're going to be doing a lot very different things than if you are the CEO of let's say Target.
Yes.
And I'm talking about stuff in the same niche, so commerce and consumables. So just think about being the CEO of Amazon and being the CEO of DocuSign. The things which you're looking at really change, and so I hate to give labels for that thing, because it's very hard to have a strong and already set sort of requirement for a specific role. But we'll go with project manager, and you know that this is what I'm doing. All right.
Karan, what did Ash say?
He's gonna be here in a few minutes.
All right, we're gonna wait for him, so we don't.
Yeah, sure.
All right, perfect.
So Matt, how's the weather over there? Milan,
Here
right?
it's Genoa. Genoa, which is bottom, like this from Milan, the closest part of sea you have, that's Genoa. So the closest coastline, that's Genoa, basically. It's very sunny. It's extremely hot, very sunny, absolutely not dry, which means that you can have your windows closed and everything and air coming in, but you're going to be sweating all day anyways.
Oh, it's pretty humid, is it?
Yeah, it's very humid, extremely humid. I mean, it's a sea city, so it's kind of a part of it.
Yeah.
All right. Just 1 second. I'm gonna get actually my phone charger so that I can come with my webcam on as well. All right, 1 second. All right. By the way, Alex.
Yo.
Where do you prefer I send you the contract after once I've wrote it? I'm done reading again.
Send it to alex@madmg.com. That's fine.
All right, perfect. I'll do that.
Yeah. By the way, everyone's email is like their first name and then madmg.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Irene. All right. I'll get the schedule real quick for today's meeting. So while we wait for Ash, today's topic is going to be first, like the first, and I would not say easier, probably one of the most crucial aspects of the company, and that is the impact on the user. So as we said, we've changed. Let me actually turn up my webcam. All right. Hey everybody, I'm kind of stretched. Let me see if I can fix that. All right. Such a difficult thing to get this webcam up here.
There, yeah.
Hey everyone. Yeah. I'm looking for methods to. Oh yeah, I can do it here. All right. Come on.
Nice t-shirt, dude.
Perfect. Hey, thank you. I have extremely old t-shirts. I just use them for like years, literally. All right. So today's topic, and my rings again. So today's topic is going to be the impact on the user, and that means to us basically just what the branding is. So as we said, we've changed our target. We're not going to target just any sort of website development or anyone who's looking for actively developed websites and interactive websites. But our new target are going to be people looking to express their brand and their website on a mobile phone. Because mobile phone use is extremely high. Most people buy on their mobile phone. I buy on my mobile phone. A lot of people don't have a desktop anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
And that means that most, even just on my store, my e-commerce right now, 91% of clients buy from their phone, 5% from their tablet, and about the remaining percent from their computer. Then there are like random other devices. One guy bought from a Nintendo Switch. I am still figuring it out how. But our idea is that we have to show to people how this is going to help them. So our goal is to get their dream, so get their idea on how their business is going to go, get their idea on what their problem is, why are they not really getting sales, why is their business has their site a very high bounce rate, why does their site have a 44 over 100 score on page speed insights, why when people click on their social media ad and they have 10,000 clicks, they're getting less than 100 sales.
Yeah.
All right. So we have to build our website, and so our front face, so the thing people see as soon as we get in contact, following that idea. So getting them to understand immediately, we are the solution to the problem you're looking for. All right.
All right.
So I was waiting for Ash, because we're going to talk about website design as well. But the first things which we have to assert are target audience, web design, and then we can talk a bit about socials, connections, and other parts.
Hey, Mattie, first off, can we talk about the skill level first? Like what they need to know or learn probably as well?
Yes, absolutely. So most of the time we will be working on different frameworks, because we cannot restrict, like the idea behind our work is that we know how to take your app or your web app to a store or whatever it is, from just your desktop to your phone, all right? And this cannot be limited to any form of framework. Like we have to be able to say, we have to be able to say, you're on Shopify, all right, we got you. You are on WordPress, all right, we got you. You're on Webflow, we got you. You are on anything. Your website is coded in PHP, we have you, all right? So the first and most important thing is definitely to get some data, and I will get some data right now, but to get some data on which are the most used platforms for the business that we're looking for. So the most used frameworks, the most used languages, and get very fluent and very experienced in those specific languages. I would say that one of the easiest ones to learn, sorry for the bus outside, one of the easiest ones to learn is Shopify, because it's not really a it's not a backhand language, but it's a templating language. So Shopify uses Liquid to write their websites.
Yeah.
And so they use Liquid, they use CSS, they don't use CSS anymore. They use JavaScript and jQuery, and then of course HTML and CSS.
So are we building websites or building apps? I'm confused now.
So in the first part, we are going to be focusing on porting websites to mobile phones.
Okay. Okay. So okay, gotcha. So did you guys feel like you're comfortable with that? What do you like, Rosh?
No, Tarun, go ahead.
Roshan, did you ask about the rest? Okay, Matt. So the thing is, all of these new websites are gonna be pretty responsive, right? So if it's already responsive, it's gonna be pretty optimized for the mobile. So what are we gonna do over there?
So this is our target audience. Our target audience are people whose website is first, not that responsive as you're talking about.
Okay.
And second, are people whose experience is not really tailored towards mobile use.
My only concern with that, I feel like if you're good enough to build a front end on a desktop, most likely the company is going to probably be good enough to do the mobile app, I would think.
All right. No, this makes sense.
How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel though, Mattie? I mean, like, I feel like you already know the answer to this. I feel like you've already thought about this.
No, I've thought about this, and the reason why I wanted to get the whole team on before moving forwards with everything was because I wanted to get a little bit more insight.
Why don't you challenge us? I think you should give us a challenge, honestly. I think that we need to go for something harder, something that's more of a niche that's going to set us apart. And I think.
All right. So right now in my head, I'm not thinking too much about difficulty. Like I am, of course, thinking about difficulty, but I'm thinking about time. With that, I mean that let's say, for example, that we have to learn game development for mobile phones. All right.
What would they have to know? JavaScript? I mean, literally, Tyron learned web development in a month.
Yeah.
Not a month. Okay, but then are we gonna talk about game development right now? No, right?
What? Sorry.
Where did we leave?
I just figured, look, as far as time is money, let me talk to my dad. Like, I will figure that out. Okay. I just feel like before we launch, I really think that we need to do something. If we're going to do this, I want us to go all in. Like, I want us to really I don't want us to be afraid. Do you know Frederick Nietzsche? You like Nietzsche? Mattie?
Mm-hmm. What's?
Are you a Nietzsche fan? Like Nietzsche, the philosopher, Frederick Nietzsche.
Oh, Nice. Yeah.
I say Nietzsche. It's Nietzsche. Yeah, I pronounce it very horribly.
Yeah, it's Nietzsche, whatever.
Yeah, Nietzsche. Yeah, I love him. He's my favorite philosopher. And he pretty much just says, fucking go for it. Like, you know what I mean? If you're going to feel, it's what separates you. And honestly, if we, I'm not afraid. These guys, I know them by now, and I know that they will be able to learn whatever you bring towards them. I know it because they like a challenge. They'll get bored, as a matter of fact, if they're not challenged.
All right. I would say that
as far as money and stuff, let me figure that out. I'm not really worried about, like, if I have to pull strings with my dad.
No. I'm just thinking about the time it will require, because there are specific projects which are not simply reliant on the expertise which you have, but they're reliant on the time on which you can make a project. So let's say a company wants to do I'm going for extremes, but let's say a company wants to do game porting to mobile. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This company is going to ask for times which are below a month, or if they're not below a month, they're below 6 months. Now, what I can tell you from experience is that even just developing an indie game from zero, so without having to read other people code, for people who are unexperienced, it's going to take about 2 to 3 years for each project. All right. So since this is a startup, we can't go for projects which are.
Is there something in the middle of that though, besides just web development and then game porting? And there's not something in the middle of that that's like too extreme?
Yeah. No. There are a lot of middles. There are a lot of middles in the meaning that.
What do you guys think? What Rosh, Key? What do you guys want? What makes you happy? Like when you're developing, Rosh, for instance, what makes you happy when you're developing? What do you enjoy doing?
Like first, I want to talk about the game development thing. Like Mattie, do you have any experience in game developing?
Yes.
Game development.
I'll be right back, guys.
Which one? Like, have you?
What? Sorry, can you repeat because
Like, have you? Like, what? Can you give
Yeah.
project demo?
I do not
Just
know
tell
if
it
I have the
out.
project.
No. Just tell it out. Like what?
Yeah. So I worked with a team on an indie game,
Okay.
on a 2D platformer indie game.
Use it?
And
Okay.
it
Unity
was
or
my
Unreal?
and it was my first video game. I then stopped developing video games.
Okay.
The problem with that is that a video game is not complete
Okay. No.
until we worked on so my friend who was developing, he worked on with C++ and nothing else. I worked on Unity, and then we moved to Unreal Engine.
Okay.
I have to say, it's like, to me, it was a job which was extremely long. I did not bring any of the results which we were looking for. And that comes from the fact that with what giving you the schedule of what happened with that project, we had 6 months of basic development. So 6 months of getting from having nothing on the screen to getting a game which you could play.
Okay.
Then 5 more months to get a game which you could play and which looked good. And about 3 more months from a game which you could play and looked good and which was also playable. So it was enjoyable as you were playing it.
Okay.
And then we had another 3 months working out storyline and working out quests and working out the reward system. And then the remaining time we could go back to marketing. We could start doing marketing. So the whole project took about 1.5 to 2 years to complete, and it was an Unreal Engine game made from scratch.
Okay.
If you know a little bit, it was a sort of Souls-like in 2D-dimensional Souls-like.
Okay.
More towards our roguelike than actually a Souls-like. But it was a. Do you know Dead Cells?
What?
Hey, real quick, Mattie, what's a coding and software? What's enhancement? What's coding and software enhancement?
Enhancement?
Yes.
Oh, you basically get the code you have, and you get it. So before you do anything, your code can run anything. All right. Before you place a map, before you place a character, before you do anything, your code will be like logically well working. All right.
Okay.
But after your code is well working, you have to remember that people will have to render that code and play it at more than 60 FPS on every possible computer with all the animations and all the other things which are going to happen on screen.
That's fine. So we can let that other company do that then. I'm saying we don't have to do everything. We can be part of the project, specializing in one part of the project. Does it make any sense?
No. We are, Alex, you didn't get it. We are not doing it from scratch. So what Mattie was telling us, like, assume a company already has a desktop game. Mattie was like porting it to mobile.
I'm trying to say that, like, okay.
We can outsource the part which is too difficult. This is what Alex is trying to get.
Not even outsourced, but aren't there companies that can outsource to, not even outsource to us, but I mean, so for instance, isn't there a company that doesn't do every single aspect of it? Like, isn't there maybe companies that would specialize in certain parts of the development of games, maybe?
I can look that up. And
that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean,
it does make sense. But like in my head right now, and again, I would really love to have Ash to have him discuss as well. But in my head, and I have to hear from the guys, I'm not really sure that there is enough beginning expertise on game development or
Not even game
and
development. Not even. Okay, but let's. How about this? How about this? Okay, the number one thing in America. Okay, $12 a click is online education. What if we made education videos and made them interactive?
That's like copying Code Academy.
yeah, it's
That is what
no,
Alex.
I'm just throwing out, guys. I'm throwing out
I
ideas.
get
Right
it.
now. I'm throwing. This doesn't mean it's in stone. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
throwing out
yeah.
ideas.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
brainstorming. So so just.
Yeah.
So let's try to work. Let's try to do a little bit of reverse engineering. All right.
Yeah.
As we listed, like one thing I like to say a lot. Alex heard me say it about 5 times yesterday when we spoke together. Is that it's easier to find a lock and fashion a key for it than create a key and then go and look for a lock which fits it.
What about infrastructure architects? What's that?
We're getting like very, very deep down, and
You said a niche though. You said a niche, right? Like so.
Yeah, but you can work on a niche when you're experienced on the whole thing.
What are you not experienced in, Roche?
Game development. That's
Game
because I started it, I tried it, and you'll have to know a lot of linear algebra, vectors, and C sharp. That I didn't know Unreal a lot of that time. I just started into Unity, and damn, it was hectic. So I just left it.
So Alex, the problem, it's a very good space and an exciting space, but believe me, and also you guys, believe me, once you get to actually doing it, it gets.
What about mobile app developing then, but doesn't have to be websites to port websites? What if we did mobile app development for?
No.
We are doing that. Mattie told that.
I really think I was going for the porting just as a sort of first project, as a sort of first project, because to get more in the idea of how it is for us.
I was thinking, if someone comes to us and they say, "Look, I want a social media platform like Reddit or something," we would build Reddit for them or something like that, right? It's possible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Or if someone says, "I have or if someone says, "What's a good app right now?" Snapchat, which that seems that's a very good app, by the way. That's very talented people that built that app.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, Alex, you didn't get Mattie. Mattie was like, if we specialize from the beginning into app development, people won't take us because there are other app developers out there. So what Mattie was trying to tell,
first, though. I don't care to practice first.
Yeah, that was Mattie's idea. Why not take websites and port them into mobile for them? That was his idea. And that's actually good.
What's wrong with learning it before we launch? I don't understand the problem.
All right. Yeah. Think of it this way. Where did you study at any university, any high school, Alex?
Okay, listen. All I know is that I'm deciding for what I'm going to.
I'm trying to make a metaphor.
But listen, what I'm going to be paying Tyron and Rosh and everyone equally is what someone could be paid here out of school, like that already knows all this stuff.
Oh no! Sorry.
Okay, but listen, just let me finish. My point is that I'm willing to take the time. But if I'm gonna take the time, guys, to sit and wait for you guys to learn this shit, why don't we just go all for it then and learn? Why do we have to start small? What are we afraid of?
All right.
Like, I don't understand.
Sorry, I wanted to make a metaphor. I probably got it wrongly, but the idea is that if you go to cooking school and you become the best. Oh yeah, Ash. All right, we got you in here. If you go to cooking school and you become the best sushi chef in your city, all right, you become the best one out of them all. But you've never been in a restaurant. The first time they're going to hire you, they won't hire you as a sushi chef, even if you have a degree which says, all right, I am the best one out there.
Are we really worried about that? Like, we're really worried about the first client?
We are not really worried about the first client, but the problem is that with online entrepreneurship, we're not worried.
Company. We need one company. That's it. One company that believes in us.
We won't get that company, and like I'm not talking about not getting it ever. I'm just talking about the most efficient way of getting our first company, and that is to convert the skills which we already have.
I think do it for free. The first project should be completely free.
Yeah, we can do it for free, and
I will pay you guys even out of my pocket, or my dad will or something, and then we can do for them. We won't charge them a dime at all. So for a big company to completely, there has to be a company out there that's big enough that needs a rebranding or something that we will do completely for free. That would put us on the map. I don't see why that's impossible. I don't see why worrying about our first client, if they're going to be big enough, really is going to determine whether or not we should learn these skills either.
All right. I'm probably expressing myself in a bad way. So I'll try going over it another way. I'm not saying that we won't be looking at the most difficult thing, and I'm not saying that we won't be doing specifically what our niche and the niche we're targeting for is going to be.
Okay, so app porting, and then okay, so let's say this. So we're going to be doing that because we want to start off basic, obviously, because we don't want to start off too advanced, correct? So you're saying?
We basically want to start with a project which is going to take the team into actually learning the thing which we're going to do, because app development will require completely new knowledge and a new way of engaging with the way you develop. Because for a website,
what if we become complacent though? What if we become complacent and we're just like, hey, now we just get used to porting and stuff? You know, like when's the time to actually learn app development? Then if we're going to be focused on porting and stuff.
I mean, to be honest, if we start getting $1 million a year by doing app port and by doing website porting, we're going to stick with website porting. This said,
I don't care about the money, you know that, and they
no.
This is right. If they do, they do. But like, I want to do something I want to do great. I want to do cool things. You know, I want to do cool things. If app porting is what you guys want to do, then if that's where we want to stop, then fine, fuck it. If it makes money and that's what you guys want to do, but wouldn't it be cool like to develop apps for people, maybe like change people's lives, like maybe someone like handicap, come up with something that can help handicap people, or just anything that can change the way use technology in the way that can help and change people's lives. Actually, through apps and through technology, we can really do that for people. Why can't we be a part of something cool like that and great, you know? Wouldn't that be cool to like know that you died and like you did something great like that, not just app porting?
No, but we will be doing that. I'm just saying that when you go to school and you learn mathematics, you start, even if you want to be the best guy at doing integrals, you start by doing multiplications. And that has to do with the fact that you have to start getting in the mindset. It's not just a utilitarian thing. It's not just we have to learn this to get to this point. It doesn't, from my expertise, it does not work that way. If you want to get in a new business, in a new niche, such as developing applications, I really think that going to someone who has an idea and making their web app into an application rather than just porting it to mobile is definitely a very profitable business. But we can't if you learn how to do JavaScript, it doesn't mean that you know how to do a good looking website.
No, but you learn as you go. You know what I mean?
You learn as you go. And the first thing, rather than starting out with the most difficult project and being frustrated for X amount of months, we should try to keep a linear progression all the time. We should try to always keep doing X amount of improvements per month. So challenging us with a new kind of job, because app porting is not very easy. It's not something you do, like website porting is not something you do in a second. That's why people actually hire someone to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, first, this is just going to be our first and second project. It's not going to be that huge of a deal. So basically, as we go and we actually learn how to work together, following how I work, so that's my job, getting a sort of new
like a workflow. Now, is that what we've decided on, guys? And is that what you guys want to do? I want to hear your guys' thoughts real quick. What do you guys feel like we should do?
Okay, on that, Alex, I'm pretty sure Matt has this agenda going on right now for the meeting. I think we should let him complete his agenda.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. So that means no opinions or what?
No.
Can someone explain me like a recap so far? Like a quick recap, yeah.
I'll do my best short summary.
We're just brainstorming. I didn't know the meeting was going to be dictated. I'm just having opinions. Why can't I throw opinions?
No. Please don't.
That's my point. Once we get past these first few meetings and actually know where we're going, I will stop. You know what I mean? But of course, I'm going to have my opinion, T.
No, but you need to have your opinion.
It's not about that, but then it's
what the thing which Taran? No, say Taran.
What?
It's just like, you know, I think Matt has taken his time to prepare this agenda. So like, what if we can give out our opinions after he complete this? Because he has taken time, right? We have to respect that time he has taken to make the agenda.
Okay, but we're trying to brainstorm as a team. This isn't about Mattie presenting something for an agenda. This is about us trying to figure out something as a team together.
So I'll actually have to not like, you're very right, but one part of work when in a meeting is to, like, as you do projects and you know where you're going to, in your meeting you want to know where you're going to.
We don't even know what the fuck we're gonna do yet, guys. We don't even know what we even want to do yet. Like, and you guys are sitting here talking about an agenda.
But I have, like, I try it, of course, but I try to prepare my schedule on this meeting to figure that out. Like, I had specific questions.
All right, I'll be quiet. Okay, guys, I'll be quiet. I'm gonna leave the room for a minute, so I'm gonna go smoke some pot. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will be back. All right, cool.
All right.
Okay, can you give me a recap so far?
Yeah, absolutely, Ash. Very, very short summary. So we went a second. We talked a second together about whether we like or not the idea, the timeline which we have, which is basically going to involve like our end goal for now. So we kind of what's the name? We kind of put on the side the idea of game development as of now, as we had done already before, but it's probably going to be a bit more delayed, especially if those two things which we are doing are going to work. This said, our company will. The idea behind the company is to get to a point where we get a client's idea. All right, we get a client idea and we make it into an application. All right. So that is going to be the main project. And I mean, the client's idea can be something as basic as, all right, make me a text income application, to something like, I have this trading platform. Can you make it into an application for me? All right.
Right. Okay.
And so we were a bit discussing if this sort of timeline works for everybody. And we entered a brainstorm on whether or not this was a good project. And so the idea which I had was to, and I already highlighted it, but the idea which I had was to start by doing normal website porting to applications. So we can do something as maybe website redesign, so complete redesign of the website and remake of a website. But the main focus will be porting it to mobile. All right.
Okay, like and both of them, right?
Exactly. And then moving forwards, taking an existing website, web app, or whatever it is, and then making it into a web app, into an application. All right. That is the timeline as of now. And basically, it all started because the thing I had planned for today was talking about the impact on user. So the impact on user is what most people call branding. To me, is the impact on user, which means the branding is what the person remembers about your brand, not the colors or the logos you have, but what the person remembers about your brand after you close their website. And so I wanted today to talk a little bit about target audience. So who our work is going to be targeted through the timeline. Then website design. So given the target audience and given the problem we have to solve, how should we design our website? And then, and of course, all the specific things in that. And then talking a little bit about social connections and internet presence, and how we should plan on doing that. Guys, do you think is there anything else which I did not mention? Terran and Russian?
No, dude.
No, it covered most of the points. So
yeah.
All right.
Okay, and where did Alex have a problem with?
No. It's just that you were probably used to a different kind of meeting, where it's more of a brainstorming and creation type of meeting, which is a part of it. It can be a part of each meeting. I'm more used to having more organized reunions.
Right.
So where we start from a point, we get to a point where brainstorming is needed. So that point could have been even just, are you guys okay with the app? Have you thought about something this Sunday when I told you to take a day off? Is there something which came to your mind, right?
Right.
And I'm going to do that later after we get more content in. But then I usually try to keep a schedule on, if we have to do this kind of meeting, I usually try to keep a schedule on the topics which we have to discuss and my idea about them. So it's a back and forth. And then we can go into more open and brainstorming kind of meetings and brainstorming kind of periods. I think that you were probably used to having only brainstorming kind of meetings.
No, I kind of think what happened was that, so the way the meeting usually goes is that someone presents their idea completely and then we brainstorm right after. So I think the right way for us to do it right now would be to listen to you completely and then like put out our ideas, because you never know which idea might help us, and how bad, like how flawed your idea could be yourself, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
each of us could point to each other's ideas and come up with like a constructive final idea. So yeah, so I'm confused. So what happened with Alex then? Like, was it the whole
The thing was, me, Mattie, and Alex were there. Like Tarun wasn't there. He didn't know what was going on. So
Okay.
Mattie, I was like, let's wait for Tarun and Ash to get over so that we can get started with the agenda. So like
Right.
till they come, like I was asking a couple of questions to Mattia, and suddenly all of a sudden, in the middle of the question, Tarun hops in and he's just sitting over there muted and listening to us. So even Alex continued asking questions. So till you, Ash, joined the meeting. So, and then when you come here, like before Madia finishes answering, Tarun just interrupted because he didn't know what was going on. So that was where
Okay.
the issue was.
Okay, fine. So
Like, we
did
didn't tell
you?
him, yeah.
Right. Mattie, did you explain your entire schedule, your entire agenda so far?
He was waiting for you to. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Go
was
ahead.
waiting. Yeah, I was kind of
So
delaying
sorry.
a little bit. It's all right. It's all right.
So I think you want to start when Alex comes back, or you just want to start right now?
So since you're the team which will be working on it, and I think you're kind of fine with this idea. So are you okay with the project going towards app development? And like first we start with websites, then websites and porting websites to mobile. Then we start making apps from websites or apps from existing desktop apps. And from there, we either stay in that niche or we specialize more in a specific field, which worked for us. And Alex was saying that, and it's true, that you should be doing something which you really enjoy. But if there is something which scares you or which you feel that you don't really like, I would wait to say, all right, we're not going to do this. Because from my experience, doing big projects, it's a lot more enjoyable than doing projects which you think you're going to like.
Okay.
All right. So if you're fine with app development and you're fine with porting websites to applications, so these are the two main things which we're going to be doing in the next months, then we can move on with the meeting.
Yeah, I think, as I said, like we should start slow.
Yeah.
Because since I think Tarun and we're not that into coding yet. Roshan is, and we're learning. So I guess website and porting is a good way to go. But Roshan, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what even I thought, like starting with websites, then going into porting. Or if you want, we can do you can do both of the things at launch. No issues.
Okay.
And then what were the other plans? So Mattie, what I was thinking is first, like what all the services we do. I'm just trying to list out. So first we're building websites, right?
Websites and porting, we're trying to focus more on clients looking for mobile.
Okay.
because that is the only niche which we can apply to without going too deep into a more specific code.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm.
And then, of course, I mean, if we meet a specific market niche, so like fitness, e-commerce, technology, or anything, or clothing, who knows, which we're doing really well, then we'll move
Okay.
from there and we'll keep following that road. But otherwise, website importing in general for in the beginning. So that's like my first point.
Okay.
So the other part was like, what if a client already has a website and it looks so very bad on mobile? So what we can do, we can optimize it for them. That
Yes.
was one thing. And next, if we want to go to the next level, if they already have a good looking website which looks good on desktop and mobile, we can make an app, which you already told. And you were like into game development, right? So what's okay, sorry, I'm missing out the agenda. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Last year. No, last year then. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, I agree with it. That's a good plan. As of now, that's a good sector to be doing at, because you know, like custom web design wasn't really something that we thought I thought we could really do because of our lack of experience so far and all that. So I kind of understand why this could be our niche, but I'm also a little skeptical about it, honestly, Matt, because you know, like it's a little skeptical though, like how, because I have no idea of the market so far in this part. So I'm taking your word on it so far, to be honest.
All right.
Yeah. So how, I mean, do you know about this this sector of the market?
All right.
The audience. Yeah.
For porting, so that was like the first part which I really wanted to talk about today, was the target audience.
Yeah.
For porting, the target audience is usually smaller businesses. So businesses which have just started, maybe their web experience has been always centered around desktop, and their mobile sales are not too high. We can get in there and work towards helping them actually increasing the sales they get on mobile by making the experience better.
Okay.
Of course, all of what we're doing is going to be an upsell to another service. So mobile porting can become an upsell to virtual reality items on your store. So like a cloth which you can wear using your phone. Sorry, augmented reality, not virtual reality. Yeah. Okay. And it can be an upsell to, we'll make all the animations for your website. It can be an upsell for, so your website data is below average. So we think that, of course, after you ask all the questions and everything, but we think that a more interactive website could really fit you. And so we upsell to actual web development. All right. So having a niche which the client hears about is probably a very good way. Is a very good way to get in contact with the client, because they think they have a problem which regards phone and mobile applications. All right.
Right. Yeah.
We are going to tell them, because we want to do that, and we're going to learn that. We're going to tell them that we know, and we will know, the one way which actually works to make apps.
Okay.
And to make apps and to make websites on mobile. Why people go away from mobile websites? That's a study which we have to make. Why people don't buy on mobile? Why do they trust more using desktop or using their tablet? That's a study which we have to make.
Okay.
What are people coming from when going to a website on mobile? You're coming from social media usually.
That's true.
And are websites made to be compliant with their social media website, with the social media advertisement and social media setting? Not really, not always. You may end up on a website which has nothing to do with the social media. No one explains it to you. So we're going to integrate, for example, a way of keeping the interest interest rate going until the person, for example, subscribes to the website. They sign up, they put their email and everything.
Yeah.
So that is what we're going to specialize in the beginning.
Okay.
And the market behind that is usually people who already got a website done, or so people who got their website done in the beginning and now are looking for a redesign, or people who did not get a custom web made and they just used a templating engine like Shopify or like Webflow, and they did not really know what to do on mobile, and so they left it there. But as I was telling the guy, on the e-commerce that I use for data, which I still own, 91% of purchases are made from mobile, for example. And so there is space for that. It's very little, it's not too bright, and that's the good thing, because it means that one, we won't have too much competition, and second, we will be the only experts in the field. All right?
Right, yeah.
All right, so our idea is to be extremely experienced in mobile websites and why people like using mobile.
All right, can I just ask you my next question?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm here for that.
This is more of a technical side of things. So as we start, what do we actually need to learn? For example, if someone wants their algo-based website for trading to turn into an app, do we have to know the workings of a trading app? Do we have to know?
All right.
What is it?
So first of all, extensive knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So everything front end is crucial. Second, we will be working mostly with either sites hosted on Shopify, on WordPress, so WooCommerce, that's the templating engine used,
right?
And Commerce.js, which is a JavaScript library for e-commerce.
Yeah.
And most of this stuff is based on JavaScript backend. And most of this stuff is based on basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript principles. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So technically, the things which we have to learn probably are, so first of all, is going to be for sure the front end stack, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right.
Okay.
So if you're not seasoned with that, I have courses for that I can give you. JavaScript. All right. Okay. So that's the front end stack. Then for the back end stack, probably the easiest one to learn right off the bat is Shopify.
Okay, are we supposed to learn the language of Shopify? I don't remember what it's called, but
so Shopify's language is Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid. Are we supposed to learn Liquid?
I mean, Liquid, to be honest, is I do not want to say it's simple, but Liquid is a templating engine. It's not really a language.
Okay.
So you use Liquid to print out elements. And the idea is to get a bit more in contact with all the specific elements which make up a Shopify store. So you know where things are, where to put code, how to minify code. All right.
Okay.
So for the first backend, rather than saying we are going to learn this, and this, we can do that. We're going to do that. Okay. But I would actually resort to our first project, so our first very low paid project, and resort to that to learn the language which we're going to look for. So,
okay. So take time after we get a project and then learn it and then do it.
Basically, when we get the project, it's going to be a very low paid one. But once we get the project, I will say that we should probably, of course, we're going to tell the person this will take us X amount of months. So this will take us 2 months rather than 1 month, right? But when we take the project, we learn the language which is needed to be learned, because you told me, Alex told me that you're very fast at learning stuff.
Okay.
And I really trust that, especially these specific backends, because I mean, WordPress, another templating engine, is just named in another way. And Shopify, templating engine. And then, of course, there are websites which are not made for that. That's why we need HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And we need JavaScript both front end and back end.
Okay.
All right. Russian, what are you experienced with as far as backend goes?
Backend, I hate no code platforms. I
Alright.
do everything using pure code.
Yeah.
To be honest, yes. So
And
I code it out like I use Python mainly. There's a framework called Django. So
yeah,
I use Django, or
Mhm.
I have used Node.js, but I didn't like Node.js. There's another better one called Nest.js. So
Yeah,
I
no,
use
what's
that for
next?
our website. Yeah.
All right, that works. So you're good with so you know JavaScript both back end and front end, or just
Yes.
front end? All right, perfect.
I know both of them.
All right, JavaScript. So I'm writing down all the resources which we have. Next.js and
Not NEXT, NEST. NEXT is a better version of React. That's for the front end. NEST is a better version of Node.js for the back end.
all
NEST,
right.
you can just Google it. You can,
Oh, Next.
Not
Nest.
Next.
Nest.
Like a bird's nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nest. All right. Yeah. It's very good. It's a very good one. Yeah. No, I've used it. Nest. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I do not understand Django. Perfect. All right. That's good to hear. So we have to think how. So we said like, so front end stack, back end stack is basically going to be that. So Shopify, we have to learn it. So Liquid. Sorry if I use Shopify. Liquid, we have to learn it. And on Shopify, you can code most, like 90% of stuff. Russian, you can code it manually, so
Okay.
hard code it.
Okay.
So that's good for you if you don't like no code platform.
Yeah, I also hate not code platforms. You're good. But I mean, again, we cannot really predict which project we're going to get because we're not specifying in Shopify mobile porting, which I mean, it's a thing which we can specialize in later, you know. But in the beginning, it's just going to be the first one we get. All right.
Okay.
So to specialize in like to learn these things, we're going to use the main website. And now we should think about the two things which I wanted to bring as main topics today, which are the target audience and the website design. So depending on who is going to buy the website, depending on which problem we're solving of them, we're going to fashion the website around it. All right. So as far as target audience go, I have my opinion and I have my ideas. But I would like to hear about your ideas on which target audience. So where do you see problems in applications or on mobile? Like where are the fields? Every single field you can think of where you see problems. Like when you go around with your phone and you open social media or maybe an institutional email or anything. Where are the difficulties with your phone? What did they not fix yet?
Most of them are not optimized.
All right, not optimized.
Yes. What else?
All right, I'm gonna put one in.
Because
Institutional websites do not have any sort of mobile support, at least in my country.
Yes.
Same. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Plus, like what school websites or
school. That's a good one. That's a good one. School.
And yeah, university websites.
And
phone.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, mine's fine, but I've seen like St. Joseph's and stuff. Remember, guys? It's not optimized.
Dude.
Yeah, our high school.
Like Mattie, like where you're getting to? Like, Why schools? Like, what are we going to do for the school? Like, build them a portal or something?
Oh, we can make the website. We can renew their website. Why not?
Ooh,
Their
okay,
phone
yeah,
website.
oh,
Yeah. On
yeah.
the phone.
We can
Makes
renew
sense,
the
yes.
whole website and just go about
Okay.
them telling, hey, so we know that on phones,
Hmm.
you get like 90% of people are accessing your website from the phone. Actually, we go about them and say, so where are your users? How diversified is your user in how many users are you getting on each platform? And they
Okay.
go like, so we got 80% on phone, or we got 20% on desktop. And then you can go, all right, so how did you organize your optimization for your 80% of users? And that's a selling point, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, the reason why I'm not like I'm asking you everything is because people are afraid to take on specific fields, such as, for example, schools or other stuff, because it's boring, it's old, you know?
Hmm.
The reality is that each field which has a problem, we shall solve it.
Yeah.
All right? So go on, more clients. Who has this problem?
I don't know about your country, but then in our country, the government websites are pretty bad. Not just the
Yeah, dude.
construction, but also the server side and managing the
slow.
requests and everything. It's damn slow. It's damn buggy. And then, there's this time limit in our country. So basically, if you stay logged in for at least 5 or 10 minutes, you're gonna be logged out immediately.
Actually,
I mean, the thing about a country is that if someone optimizes it well, it's going to be really good. But and then there's the other side. It's really in the extremes, like someone makes a new website, or there's a website for booking train tickets, and that's pretty bad on the phone. But sometimes like there are these few tax services websites from the government, and they're really, really good on the mobile.
Yeah.
So it's either this or that. So that could be a possibility, even in the US or Europe.
Yeah, even in Europe, really, even in Italy.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to add a new one. So gym websites, they're trash.
Gym
not-
websites, fitness.
Yeah, they're trash. Like
Okay.
there's
Yeah. Agreed.
gyms. So restaurants, they are they're getting very good looking websites. They understood it. Websites, their niche is already covered. They know everything about websites. So let's think more. Let's think rather than let's think of user experience and UI.
Okay, then what about apps for restaurants? They'll have a
What's
website,
our-
right? Like, why not port it out to a mobile app? Or
Yeah, I
something?
think that's the next logical step that would happen, right?
What? Sorry, I did not understand the question. Sorry, my bad, Russian.
Okay, not the question. Like you told about restaurants, right? They already know what are websites and how to make them good looking and stuff, make them attractive. So I was like, why not port it to mobile for them? Put it to a mobile app, so
Yeah.
that because most of the people use mobiles, right? So
Mhm.
into a mobile app, so they can literally one click, open the app, look at what's special today, and just book or order it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So restaurant to application, not to website, right?
Yes, application,
All
mobile
right.
app.
All right, we're getting somewhere. So let's think a little bit more, and then we can actually start moving. We can start moving to planning. But I want to get this point clear because it's our most important thing. So since we're going to be doing mobile porting, one thing that I really hate about it is that on desktop, every website is very fancy. Like every single website is going to look like every single website now has animations, right?
Yeah.
And that is a field which we are specialized in, right? Animations.
Yeah.
And also mobile phones have cameras, and they have other toolkits which are not too used by websites. So one thing which we should probably specialize in is interaction and like fourth wall breaking the fourth wall when on mobile. So use your camera to do this, or move around the phone. If you move around the phone, then maybe the background moves, right? So increasing engagement rate on phone websites, using haptic signals and using real life signals. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
agree.
for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I feel like, so I'm just gonna hop in about like Alex's
Be
point of view on
straight.
this,
Yeah.
because I feel like she'll really like this. Like she'll really like this, because every time so before you came in, what happened was that Alex always used to emphasize on how we have to make mobile websites more than desktop. But like the baseline is desktop, and then you move down from there to tablet and then mobiles. But she was very demanding of only mobile, and because she believed that everyone used mobiles way more than laptops, especially for services and websites, this and that. So, and we are now mostly like looking into mobile and stuff. So I think she'll really appreciate it. So
I
I
hope so.
guess
I really hope
once,
so.
yeah. So like when she comes back, we got to explain it from a good point.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
trying to get all the ideas down so that we can have a more, so that at least I can have a bit like more wide idea on whether or not this idea is going to work or not work.
yeah, I get it. Okay.
So we're going to keep going for some more time, and then of course we're going to leave this thing behind. And as soon as we move in, as soon as we move, we can get more ideas. But now I want to choose out every single one of the fields that we're thinking about. All right?
Yeah, sure. So far we have educational, we have government, we have restaurants.
Yeah.
Fitness.
Fitness.
Yeah, fitness.
Yeah. Okay.
So personal trainers. Like personal trainers do not have websites. I know, but like some have, some like
That's
very
true.
big ones have, but somewhat like even people I know, they don't use websites. They use Instagram. They book their calls. Maybe they have Excel sheets.
Yeah.
And the reality is that so this is more into the application thing. When they have websites, they're like obnoxious to use. Like I have to open my phone and go on a website to look at an Excel sheet. I want that to be in an application, not in a website.
Nice idea.
All right. So training. I'm going to say training.
Yeah. Sometimes there's like, I go to Snapchat and there are these ads that come, and there's this dude saying, "Oh, you pay me $5 a month, and I give you like training. And if you need more help, go to my app and stuff." I found that really impressive, because I don't know a lot of people that have their own app for fitness. So I think, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that would be like even a good seller for people who are very new in the industry. So let's say you are you are a personal trainer who's getting like $3,000, $4,000 a month. You can definitely invest 10,000 or more, or like 20,000 into someone to make an application for all of your clients, right?
Yeah.
To fix your needs, So I think that with applications, we should not be looking at we are going to be looking at big companies, but I really feel that applications are the way to go when it comes to smaller companies. As you said, as the Russian said, restaurants, right? Why can't I just enter a restaurant, scan a QR code, and get the menu and order from there? Like, what do I need a waiter for? This is excessive, but why not? So, I mean, the idea is that people are going to come with their problem, and we're going to be there to fix it. All right. We're also going to get to them and tell them. So we think this is your problem, and we're going to fix it. But there are a lot of people who, if they had the opportunity, would solve a problem in their career. Like think of a doctor right now. What if each doctor has its own application, and you book to a doctor and you get to see like the results from your analysis and stuff on the application. Maybe
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah,
already here in India. Like I had
Yeah,
the
it's-
idea, and there was a hackathon. I had the idea. My cousin was already in a medical field. He's like, bro, there's a startup called Practo in India. So
Yeah.
it connects each patient to each doctor. So it's already there in India. But if you want, we can try it out. But we're gonna get sued. So
that's great. No, I did not know about it. I did not really know about it. Wow.
Something called Practo. Just check it out.
Yes.
Also, like I have this
It's
one
really good.
concern about apps is that I try my best not to get an app personally, because the problem of going to a Play Store or an app store and then
Mhm.
clicking on install and then waiting for it to install, and then after it's done, like for example, I want to book something, I want to order a food for a delivery, and then like suppose that restaurant is not there on Uber Eats or something, so I have to go to their website and I order from there, which is fine. But then sometimes I really have to do it like a little faster, and I have to go to the Play Store, the App Store, and it's really bugging because it takes a lot of time to install, and like it's too obnoxious to do it. Like it's really unnecessary for like a small amount of work. You have to do a whole lot of setup. So
All right.
and it's not just me. I mean, a bunch of people, like a bunch of my friends, they're like, oh, I have to download an app. Who cares? Let's move to the next thing. You know, like some people love apps. They're like, oh, cool, there's an app for this. Let's get it. Or some people are like, oh, you have to download an app for this. I don't have space in my phone, or I don't want to put this here. Or like, I won't need it after this time. So my question is how much of the features can we get onto the web app? Because sometimes the app has more functionality because of using JavaScript or certain code that's not available on the web. Is that true, or can we make it as good on the web too?
Can
we,
do
we
that
can make
because there's a new thing called progressive web apps. Remember, it can
Yeah,
directly
like on the phone, I mean.
communicate. Yes,
Also,
you can directly
okay.
communicate with the gyroscope, accelerometer, those kind of stuff.
I mean,
Oh, you don't need
can
permissions for that?
No.
You'll have to prompt, just like in the apps. This is a
Okay,
new
okay.
feature by Chrome, so it's actually nice. Wow.
Okay.
We can actually go like we're just going to do mobile experience. Like your website, yeah, we're going to port it into an app if you want, or make it a progressive web app for your phone, so that people come in your website and they see, hey, you want to check out our store, add it to your own page, and you just drag the element. You have nothing to download. That's a good idea.
Okay.
You know that could be like even very good for e-commerce. So this way this way they don't have to go through emails, and they can just add the store to their home page and get notifications from the store. That's a good one. I think. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, progressive web apps are pretty good. Yes.
Yeah.
And it don't take as much space at the native app, so it's nice.
Yeah, like you can be like, you don't want to download our app, just drag and drop this on your home screen or something like that.
That's a good one. Yes.
All right, that's good. Progressive web apps. That's a good idea, and I mean it has everything in it, right?
Yes.
Yep.
We got
What
our
else?
business idea. That's good.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. What
That's
else? What
very
else?
cool.
What about so hospitals? No. What about educational is done. I'm just thinking of something that we haven't thought about.
Yeah, something old, something which people don't think about. Maybe it's better if it's like let's go to the two extremes. Is there something you do every day which is kind of a struggle to do on your phone, and you have like to open up your computer?
Don't
Yeah,
know
it's really
that, but
hard.
there's another thing. Like, what about a universal parking spot similar, like Finder or something? Like, is there a thing for that, Ashish? Do you know that? Is there a
Are
thing
we?
like that?
No, because
No, just telling the idea, because like in Bangalore there are it's very difficult to find parking spots in here over here. It's during the
okay, see,
season.
this is like a new app idea you're saying, not
Yeah,
like a
it's an app.
service.
Like I don't know. I'm just telling the problem. So
I mean, if we get proficient at doing applications, why should we can develop apps for ourselves as well, right?
That's true. So
and we
I
can
mean,
sell it like that. That was
Yeah.
what I was thinking, like a passive income or something. in case
Yeah.
we want.
Yeah.
I mean, we
But-
can just hire someone to manage it if we have the money, so we don't really need to sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's even better.
I feel like that's not a good. I mean, the
Yeah, it's
parking
not a
thing.
good idea. Yes.
No,
not
no, it's a good
one.
idea, but I don't know if there's a good execution for it, because
It won't
not
come under
all-
the business plan. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
no, like thinking of
Uh-huh.
putting a business plan aside, just talking about the parking area. How would you
Okay.
propose? Where's the database for parking spots? And most of the spots are like underground, and there's no like
You can use the Google Maps API.
Google Maps API, but then we don't have lots outside. We have levels of parking in India. Mostly.
Yes. Yeah. That's the
So
issue.
that's
I
the issue.
don't
Plus,
think it's
plus,
gonna-
plus, no
yeah.
one uploads their parking data anywhere to any website. They just
true.
have like a sensor somewhere here and there to. So unless we go propose to each and every parking lot, or like
Yeah.
hey guys, this
Great.
is a new thing, install this here, and then transmit the data to a database.
I mean, we can go to very expensive parking lots and ask them if they would like to have a mobile experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can be a
Like
thing.
a good hotel, or like a good
Hotels.
big, like a huge chain of companies like Walmart or Central or like Hypercity in India or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
oh yeah, by the way, hotels, we can look at that too. But I
Ooh,
think they
what
already
about
have the
hotels?
money.
Oh,
I think that hotels, like, they're not really in need right now. Like, and they're
Exactly.
also not really good clients as far as the way they're organized. Because like with hotels, you usually have a very old guy who is managing it, and hotels, everyone is very accustomed. Like, there is no real service that comes to my mind right now.
Okay, then in that case,
Mhm.
what if we develop clients like we have this thing called Book My Trip, we have this thing called Uber Eats, we have things
Yeah.
like Tracto, we have things like these apps that connect so many different
Oh.
things together. Like
So you want to target the public?
what do you mean?
with this kind of- So you want to
Yeah, get
change the
Roche.
target audience to public instead of private companies.
Yeah, we could
I
do
see.
public too. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like you
Okay.
could do public audience too. Like you go to an app store, you find an app that's pretty bad, and then you like they might be good developers already, those people,
Okay.
but then they might be new. They just started out and they have this really bad thing. And with new apps, like as you said, small businesses, we can also start with small app developers.
Yeah.
And they can pay us like not huge amounts of money, but really small. Like this can be our passive income thing. Like we can do this now and then, here and there. Go and improve apps for a fee.
Okay.
Improve already existing apps that connect, like already dominant, to be honest. Like see, for example, we can't go to hotels, we can't go to the Four Seasons and update that thing because they won't really trust us. But then they already have another client that books things for them, like Book My Trip or Trivago or something like that. We can approach them and then like infiltrate that sector somehow.
All right.
A good idea.
Very good. Very good talk. Very good talks. These things, they are very, very good. So, like, all of the things which we have done, like all of the stuff which we've worked on right now, a pattern which I'm seeing, I'm going to tell it to you right now. Like, I can show it, but I think you can't read.
Nope.
No. So, we're talking about, I'm just going to read you everything I've written. So not optimized applications, institutional government applications, schools, gyms, so maybe personal trainers, or maybe, and so gyms and personal trainers, or professionals who are looking to have more connection and more engagement with their clients. So building an actual brand out of their name.
So what about attorneys over there?
What, sorry?
What about lawyers and attorneys over there?
Lawyers and
Oh,
it can be a good thing, but in my place, like, it's very weird. Like, Italy is so slow with documents and like with bureaucracy and everything, that we literally have a new sort of profession, like complete profession registered in Italy just to handle documents.
Wow.
And so basically, like, even when you write an email in Italy, it's, of course, it's a contract, but if you don't write specific things, it's not valid at all. So we can keep it. I'm going to write it down for sure. But lawyers and everything which is regarding law is usually very hard to approach. Oh, this thing I had thought about some time ago. Like, I really feel that like small stores, because this is a trend which is emerging from the stuff we're saying. So small stores, they don't really care about their branding, you know? They don't really care about their web experience. And I'm not saying that we should be caring. I'm just noticing that, like, even out of the things which we said, so professionals, restaurants, maybe parking and hotels, or already existing applications. What we would be working on are all people who don't trust or do not know the power of applications. All right?
Okay. All right.
And to me, this means that our website will be centered around that. So on our website, we will teach and show people, not really teach, show people, because you don't teach when you're selling, but we will show people what a real hands-on experience feels like, you know, what the web can bring you. And rather than doing like all these high-class designers do, where they just go to extremely big brands, and I get that, we should go to like smaller clients, maybe slightly older people, or very good established businesses which did not really care too much about moving to mobile because it's too much in the future. And
yeah, I'll just tell you something. There's this internship video. I don't know if it's like from a TV show. I don't really remember. But these guys go to Google and they have like this 2 month or like a week internship. And they're supposed to go to like a small business and convince the owner, like a bakery or something, to create a website. And they would put it as, they would do the work of the SEO and they would increase sales. They made a promise to them. And that was the video. I'll try to find it and I'll send it there. But basically what happens is that these guys, they pursue the person, the owner, about getting a website, like getting an app or website, and putting their store on the map. And what I realized after that was that whenever I search for a place on the map and I want to see their products, and I click on the place on the map, and there's a call function, there's a direction function, but there's no website sometimes. So so maybe for like that, we can find like stores and we can call them up, or some well-established place that does not have a website, as what you're saying.
You know, I love this talk because we are taking out like out of I would not say like we're taking out of thin air. We just took out basically our job for the next month. We are going to create a new form of mobile and website experience. We're going to create a new way of using your phone. It's not anymore just designing websites, you know?
Yeah.
It's about actually like it's not just about designing websites. We are remaking the way people use their phone. Right. That is phenomenal to me. Don't you feel that?
Yeah, I get it. So, but I'm just concerned on how we're gonna start off, like as we begin this, you know, like it sounds great, but yeah.
First, we will start off with learning how to do perfectly looking normal websites on mobile. So this is our schedule. Let's do it again. So perfectly working websites and perfectly looking websites perfectly looking websites. What's the name? On mobile. So porting actually. So we're going back to the porting thing, but porting an experience from just web to mobile and redesigning as well. So we're basically just going to get our portfolio. All right. So
Right.
portfolio through our enhanced phone experience. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So guys, I had this kind of problem. So the thing is, in our country, there's this thing called middleman. So basically, a factory manufactures, and then suppliers are the middleman, and the retailers buy from the suppliers. So what if we just cut the middleman? So it's just suppliers and then the customers. We can save in those commission, and we can make money of that, right?
That is a good idea, but it exists already. So I want to cut you there. It exists already, and you can find this company on usually AliExpress or your
Wish.com.
wholesale, Wish, or your wholesale kind of platform. And I've been in e-commerce for a while now. Unless I didn't tell you like 25 times, because it seems that I like saying this sort of thing. But I've been in commerce for a while, and suppliers, I know a bunch of suppliers. They don't and they cannot sell directly to customers because the cost is too high. Like they need to sell in stock. They need to sell like 700, 1,000 items at a time, or the cost for shipping, packing, and everything will just kill them. That's the problem with suppliers. Like we can't really do that thing, and the people who are doing it are like AliExpress, Alibaba, 881K, Banggood, and all of these other websites. So that's it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea because people done it already, but
Yep, got it.
all right. So NS phone experience, and we can sell this because we have an idea now. Now we have like a strong idea. Like we're going to make animating, moving, clickable, augmented reality, every single thing, and like accessibility, every single thing into your phone, like using every factor of your phone to make a web app. Sorry, not a web app, to make your mobile website. So that is our first step in the portfolio. Then our second step will be moving towards not only like enhancing this experience, but being wait, I have to close my camera because my phone is starting to burn, and that's not a good idea. So here it is. Sorry for this. You will only hear my European voice. I hope that my accent still makes sense even without a camera.
No, we understand you.
All right, that's great. That's great. I really try to work on my spelling because at times I get to speak very quick. So our second step is not going to be portfolio anymore. It's actually going to be specific client. So we're going to go like in a broader kind of client.
Mattie, one like I'll have to leave now. My class is starting, so
Don't worry.
No,
But we're going to close it very soon because we're basically done with what we have to do.
Okay.
But thanks a lot.
Thank you
a lot.
See you. Bye, Alex. Bye, Tarun. Bye, Ashish. Bye, Mattie.
Bye, Rush.
Bye, dude.
So our second step is going to be progressive web applications, like getting also that in our knowledge, because since we have this sort of an enhanced phone experience, we can actually, and since it's an already original thing, we can keep that, but also have add to our portfolio progressive web applications. All right.
Yes. Sorry, I muted myself.
Oh, it's good. So apps.
So is that gonna be our niche, progressive web apps?
Yes. It's a developing niche, but then we can also have other than just the developing niche, we can also have like a specific business niche. Like maybe we work really well with restaurants, and we can become like the best progressive web application developers for restaurants. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
And like, so this is our second step. So like our step 0 is going to be learn all this stuff. So learn how to use every single sensor in your phone, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, just 1 second, writing everything down. And the second, like, learn every single sensor plus web dev, phone, mobile dev. So CSS, HTML, blah 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 blah. And then, of course, remake our website in the way which we want to make future websites for people. All right.
Right.
So this is like our step 0. So we got that down. Now we're going to get on how to do it in a future meeting. Doing it right now would be like a very big waste of time because our mind is already on the flow of thinking and not really on the flow of doing right now. So, I mean, we got clients, we got a niche, we got the basics, and basically what people will see of us, we got that. We are going to make phone experience different. Like we're going to remake phone experience, recreate phone experience, enhance it. All right, that's enough slogans. Now we have to think, what will people see? So what is going to be our impact on them, right? This is a difficult question,
right?
Because it's going to decide our website logo and everything is going to be structured.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you my idea, and then you can come up with your idea.
Okay.
So my idea is that for the website, we're going to use the website as our sort of business card.
Yeah.
All right. And on our business card, we want to we talk with people, and we want to remove a little bit of wait, but does this work? So we're going to show off, but we're not just going to show off and preach about, oh, so I can do augmented reality products. I can do
show off.
We want to not teach them, but make them experience what enhanced mobile experience feels like. And we want to do it both on mobile and on desktop. All right. So on desktop, one thing which also Alex thought about, and it came to my mind after we had the talk last day, is to have a sort of button that you can click, which is going to make the website very small to the size of a phone.
Okay.
So that you can use it and move it around and feel what the haptic experience is going to be like. So imagine you have this big website, like this full HD website, and there is a button somewhere. You click it, and the screen stays the same, but like the website shrinks down to a phone ratio.
Wait, I'm confused. Why are we doing this?
What? Sorry?
I'm confused as to why we would do that. What's the...
Basically, we are going to sell mobile.
Oh, so you mean our website?
Yeah.
You're talking about our website as
our website. Our
showcase to them. Like an interactive button, when they press it, our website converts to like a mobile.
It converts to a mobile phone, and like they can move it, they can go around, they can at one point they will they can get to a point where it's going to ask them if like it's going to show a background. Maybe you move your phone over it, and the product.
Okay. How complex is that? I feel like it's very complex.
Fairly complex, but not too difficult, because we can work with iframes.
Iframes, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have an idea.
Yeah.
We can put this as, this is a really great idea, by the way. I think Alex and you came up with it. I feel like we should do it in this way, and people love it. It's through scroll animation. So as they're scrolling,
Yeah.
the whole website shrinks down to an iPhone model.
Oh,
The center.
That's good.
Get it? Like the hamburger from the top right is gonna come to the middle of the screen, and then the logo from the top left is gonna come there, and then the content is gonna squeeze down and convert to this mobile shaped. I think that's more easier to do, and that's more interactive, and people will be like, oh shit, let me scroll more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And all right, I'm running down all the ideas. And so, like, when we're on desktop, that is going to be the feeling. And like when we're on mobile, we should probably like preach, like when we're on desktop, we're just going to make people scroll down. And I mean, business people look at stuff from desktop. So I would say that 70%, 80% of people will come from desktop. From those who don't come from desktop, we'll have another tailored experience, which we have to think about a little bit. But I would say that it has to include like all the stuff which is already in the phone. So like on your website, you're going to scroll down and the ratio of the website is going to shrink, right?
Yeah.
And then you can
There'll
move
be
it
white
maybe,
space around or something.
Yeah, white space, maybe a background, and you can move your phone. You can move it with like your mouse or your arrow keys, so you can like see how shaking the websites change stuff around, you know.
Okay.
And
another thing I think we should tackle and talk about is the statistic. I think we should find proper data for to emphasize that business owners use laptops or desktops more than phones, because what Alex thinks is everyone uses phones, so we should optimize it purely like our first priority should be phones. And I really don't know where to stand. I don't know what the real statistics are.
all right,
So when you tell this to
stats.
Alex, she would not believe you, or at the end we would not know what to do. So we should find like statistics.
Statistics, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm really towards statistics. So
Okay.
Out of
So that's a great idea.
Out of you and Taran, would any of you guys would be interested in starting to look at statistics for this?
For the
So I would say that the statistics which we need are, and I'm also going to ask my friends, people who already have these statistics.
Okay.
So the statistics which we need are where people, like where normal people are using, like are people going on websites more from their phone or their computer?
Right.
So mobile dominance, that's the name. Mobile phone dominance.
Okay, about that, guys. So Google introduced this new algorithm in 2020. So this is called mobile first algorithm. The thing is basically based on 89% of the whole population is browsing on their phones. So what Google is gonna do is, 89%. So before 2020, the desktop version of the website was the benchmark. But after 2020, it's the mobile version.
Ooh.
So that's what the algorithm says. You're gonna have, you're gonna need your mobile view to be like your best one. That's what the algorithm needs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we can take a look at that and then decide from there, right, Mattie? So we can.
Yeah. I think that we now just have to get the data, but we have an idea.
Yeah, we have an idea.
We have an idea and we have a plan, right? We have where we're going to go, and we also know when the money is gonna be put in, because we know that at one point we'll have a website and a portfolio to market, which we can market as a productized business. because people can call us, because they will see our website and they will be amazed by how good and how experienced it is. And also, we do not want to make something which is excessive, because if you think about it, like we're going to do a lot of marketing, which is not just purely related to people who are already accustomed with digital devices.
Right.
Because if you think about it, a lot of clients we can't get. Ah, sì, sì, adesso. No, no, grazie. All right. So we have to think that a lot of the clients which people are not getting are those people who don't know how to surf the web. So we should not be making something which is occlusive to them, right? Something against them. We should be making something which includes them in the process.
That's true.
And so even if we're going to make this, I want it to be like we're going to have a lot of social selling. So like a lot of more direct, we get to talk together, I show you stuff sort of selling.
Understood.
All right. And we should target our website to slightly older people in the big, like we're going to do a very good looking website, but we should not use flashy, very saturated stuff, you know?
Yeah, minimal and to the point.
Yeah, and like even not too minimal, you know, you do not want to be too modern.
That's
I mean,
true.
we
Like more direct, straightforward website.
Yeah, straightforward, very easy to understand. We will test our website. So as we move, we will test each part of our website. So as we're done maybe with the desktop version, do you guys have parents?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to show to your parents and say, who do you think this website is for? Or can you tell me what is on this website?
Oh, and also we can make use of Google surveys, right?
Yeah, we can make use of Google surveys. That's another way. That's another point where money will go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that, dude.
All right.
That's a great idea. Mattie, so have you
Yeah.
covered all the things in your schedule, or do you still have things to say?
I think that I've covered all the things in the schedule which we can talk about while still being visual enough. And by that I mean we could talk for like 5 more hours, but it's not gonna make a lot of sense. This is like
but so far what we spoke was pretty productive though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So we're going to get down on like we have to get the data. So this is our first mention.
Statistics, fine.
So basically, I know it's kind of general, but go out and look for every single piece of data which you think could be useful.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I spoke a lot. If you have something to say, if you want to discuss about anything, if you didn't like something, if you like the process, tell me. Some feedback about everything we've done today.
Matt,
I think sorry.
Yeah, this is just a question, Matt. So about the target audience, like about the general public I'm talking about. So if me or Roshan go out and collect some data, it's going to be about India. But then do we need more about the tier 1 countries, or generally it's just the whole entire world or something like that?
So
I go as in the internet, right? Because obviously that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel that if my mother can use a website, then everybody can use it. So, I mean, in the beginning, we're just going to collect random numbers. And by that, I mean, we go on websites, we get studies which are already made. And all right, so when you look for a study, you have to look at 2 specific things. The first one is the origin of the study. So who made it, right? So first one is the origin of the study.
Right, of course.
The second one is who was the tested population? How many of them there were? What was their age? What was their gender? Did they have any specific location in the world? All right?
Right.
And the third one is the method in which the data had been gathered. Because if they say, so we asked them, I mean, asking people is not really a good way of getting data. it can be good in specific studies, but we need to know that the study came from people who asked other people. All right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So these are the 3 metrics which we look for before reading a study and saying, all right, this data is valuable. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In case there is a study which is covered by a cost, so in case there is a paper, a study, or anything which is relevant to the purpose and is covered by a cost, that is a business expense. So let us know, let me or Alex know, and we'll get the money down. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Here we go. Try to get as much 89% of users use mobile phone, or 97%, or like 60%. I'm just throwing out numbers. 60% of CEOs run their business on tablets, like this sort of stuff. Look for it, validate the data, and put the data somewhere. Do you guys like to work with Excel sheet, Google Sheets, or anything
I think
in
Google
particular?
Docs for all of us. Let's do that. But could you send us a message in front end regarding the types of data we have to collect? And
yeah,
we'll start from there. And I think a bunch of us will add our own data as well, or miscellaneous.
Yeah.
So you could start by sending us on front end or something what you do, because I don't think I'll remember if I leave this call.
All right, so 1 second.
Anyway, Matt, I gotta leave, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
no.
sure we're done.
The meeting is done. The meeting is done.
Awesome.
Okay.
we got our business plan down. That's great.
We have. Yeah. Let's hope Alex looks at the recording. And
yeah, she'll look at the recording. I trust her.
yeah.
Great. I really enjoyed everything, and we'll schedule the next meeting, but we should schedule as soon as we have data. So
it's true. Also, what do we get started on? Like, right now I'm learning SDKs, Android and iOS right now through Flutter.
All right.
So I think we should just pursue with that for now, and then CSS and HTML, right? Or do we start designing a website? What do we start doing?
So we will start working on our website and doing the stuff which we want to do on our website, and we're going to use it as our first portfolio. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's going to include I think that HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are the main priority.
Understood. Okay. So, but what do we immediately start from? Like from today or today night, from tomorrow? What do we immediately start from?
Oh, you mean
not
like
waste time. What do you think?
Do you guys have do you and Taran have any sort of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript experience?
I mean, I think we do have CSS, HTML experience, but not precisely JavaScript. But I'm learning JavaScript right now, so probably in a week or 2 we might have good experience.
I'm going to give you the courses I use.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait. He's a very cool guy. Oh, here it is. Wait, sorry. You probably know him already. You probably saw some courses from him already. But just 1 second. So here it is.
You put it on Slack?
Yeah, we'll put it on Mattie, right? The channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, the Net Ninja. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
You should probably start following all the JavaScript courses for now.
Okay.
So basic modern JavaScript.
All right.
And then I would say that after that, just getting to work is going to help a lot. And then, I mean, frameworks, we can just learn them as we go, right? If we need something in particular and a framework is needed, we're going to learn it as we go.
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Great. Very good. Thanks a lot. Have a very nice day. And I'll schedule everything. I'll send you the stuff you have to look for in the data and which specific data you have to look for. All right?
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Have a nice